Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It is yet again another Saturday. Yesterday, I received from a very angry FedEx man my pallet forks. They are going on my John Deere tractor. He was less than thrilled because it came in 3 separate packages. The 2 forks on the ground were 86 pounds apiece and very awkward. They pretty much just had a label stuck to them. And then also the frame was shipped in a box and it weighed 127 pounds. Try not to mind the dog throughout the video. That dog is actually not mine. It belongs across the street at the neighbor's house. Whenever I have the shop doors open, she likes to come in and hang out and bug me. I don't have the heart to send her home. Always the worst part about having anything substantial shipped, figuring out what to do with all the styrofoam. So it kind of goes without saying, these are obviously the forks. This is the carriage that the forks go onto and attached to the front of the tractor. It is pretty heavy, so I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to cut the box out around it, rather than try to lift it out of the box. Get rid of all the garbage as we go. This seems to be pretty self-explanatory. Looks like we've got a little bolt-on rack that goes over the top of the carriage. Set this over here. Yes, very heavy. Maybe the thing to do would be to get it on the ground before we add more weight to it. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe assemble it in the orientation that we won't have to move it again, except for with the tractor. Set this up there, a little something like that. I'm not sure if this goes on the outside or the inside. If it's on the inside, it's probably less chance of it getting snagged on something. I think I can tell from the picture the one on the inside. Sure looks like it to me. That's what we'll do. Oh yeah. That fits a little better anyway. Hopefully this dog doesn't decide to eat any of them. Go on, please. So, the idea behind attaching these is this hooks on the top here, lift the bottom out, hook it on the top. These voids here allow the fork to go in, and then you can slide them to each side and lock them in so they don't pop off. I think I am going to lift the frame up with the tractor first. So let's go grab that. So we're going to line this up in this void right here. Pop that in there. These little cam lock, when you lift them up, they stay locked up there, and you're free to move this back and forth And when you get them to where you want them, you can turn that and lock them, and it won't let it move. I typically find that I'm moving them all the time, and I like to leave them unlocked. That's just my preference. We're ready to go move some pallets. It's been about a month since these pallet forks for the tractor showed up. I feel like I've done enough with them to give an honest review, and I think they're great. I have no complaints. These are rated at 4,000 pounds. I have no reason to believe they wouldn't do 4,000 pounds, but I'm limited to about 2,200 on the loader for the tractor. So I don't think that I'll ever have an issue with weight capacity. They're pretty well made for the money. I don't think there's that many differences between these and what might be considered a premium line product, like these Bradco forks that I have for our skid steer. I think these are 6,000 pound or something like that. I only bought these because when I bought my last skid steer, I needed forks, and I needed forks that day, and these are what they had at the dealership at the time, and I think these were around $1,200 when I bought them, and this exact model now is around $1,800. So these are less than a third of the price of these Bradco ones. Side by side, there's obviously some differences: the quality of the welds, the quality of the finish. If this is all one video, you'll notice in the first part of the video when we were assembling them, there was already some of the finish and the coating that was coming off. Obviously, those areas have started to rust already because it gets stored outside, but I don't think that's going to be an issue, at least not in my lifetime. They're pretty thick metal. Might not be the best metal, but it's pretty thick, and it's got a lot of ways to rust before it becomes an issue. I would highly recommend, if you need forks for your skid steer or forks for your tractor, I'm going to leave a link in the description for this specific model. Go ahead and check them out and give them a go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and drop a comment below.